Hi and welcome to our first online training session in our home isolation series. We are all on home isolation right now due to COVID-19, so we thought it would be a good idea to help do some online training for our dogs. We all have plenty of time right now to train them because we don't have any other things going on, so it's taken a great advantage of the situation. I have always been a positive reinforcer when it comes to training. I don't believe in prong collars or shock collars or stimulation collars, whatever you want to call them, in order to train a dog. You should be able to train your dog and have him behave in any environment regardless of what collar he's wearing. We don't allow prong collars at paws, so people have to bring their dog in just in a regular collar or a harness, and I've seen so many dogs pull their owner across the parking lot and then there'd be absolute chaos in the lobby because they have no control over their dog, and the owner will say to me, oh well, he's really good when he has his prong collar on. That is not a trained dog. You need to be able to take your dog anywhere at any time and not have to have a specific collar on him in order for him to behave. That is the sign of a well-trained dog. You want to be a leader for your dog. They need a leader in their lives. They need structure in their lives. When they don't have those things in their lives, they don't know where they fit in, they don't know where to belong, they become anxious, they're stressed. They need structure. They need you to tell them what to do, how to do it, and why to do it. But it's done with non-confrontational methods. You want to build a bond with your dog. You want to have a mutual respect with your dog. These things will give you a good dog who's a good citizen at home and when it's outside your home. They want to please you. When you have that bond with them, they do things the way you want it because they know that's what makes you happy and they want to please you. So the first command we're going to cover is loose leash walking. I have a lot of people come in and they tell me their dog is terrible to walk. He pulls, he drags them all over the street. If a dog goes past, he loses his mind. So they don't like walking their dogs. But dogs love to walk, and it's a necessity to their well-being. It stimulates their brain. They like to sniff and investigate things and, see what's going on in the world. That's what they're bred to do. That's what they need to do. And when you have a well-trained dog on the end of the leash, it becomes enjoyable for you. So training for loose leash walking is just how it sounds. You want the leash to be loose at all times. You don't want any tension on that leash. You want your dog trained to the point where even though they have enough leash to be able to wander off, that they stand right next to you and they walk right next to you, that they don't need to put any tension on that leash. They know their position is right beside you. I usually recommend that you start teaching this command indoors, either in your house or in your backyard, in a very controlled environment. When you go out the front door, there's too many distractions. There's people and there's dogs and there's cars going by, and your dog gets overwhelmed and can't focus. When you do it in a controlled environment, you have their undivided attention and you're able to communicate better with them, and they're able to follow the commands that you're teaching them. The other thing that's very important is you want a high value reward. You don't want to give them the treats that you give them throughout the day. You want something that's really high value to them, that they want to work because they want to get it, whether it be pieces of hot dog or chicken or steak, whatever it is, that's used when you're in training mode. You don't give it to them at any other time of the day. It's only when they're training, so they know that this is what they get for training. The other thing you want to do is you want to make it fun. You don't want it to be a chore for you or for your dog, because then nobody wants to do it. If you make it fun and make it a game, they're more receptive to it, they want to learn quicker, and it just becomes fun for everybody. So when you're starting to teach this command, it's always good to have a barricade on one side. It kind of keeps them focused and lets them know where they need to go. So you'll see as we're walking, I'll pop 2 treats, and then when we get to the end, I'll give her a final treat to put her in a sit. Now look at my leash. See the way it's got that U shape on the end of it? That's where your loose leash needs to be. You'll see I'll pop 2 treats as we're walking along, and then as we get to the end, I'll give her another treat and put her into a sit. Every time we stop, she must sit. Our release command to start walking is let's go. So you'll see we'll say let's go, and then at the end, we'll put her in a sit. Let's go. Good girl, Mitzi. Good job. Good job, Mitzi. Good girl. Good job. I'm going to demonstrate. Maeve here is well trained on how to walk on a leash. I'm going to demonstrate how she does it. This is my goal. Remember, when you're starting to teach this command, you have to walk at a brisk pace. If you're walking too slow, your dog's not going to be able to keep up, and they'll get bored and they'll start to wander off. If you're walking at a brisk pace, they have to walk at that pace to keep up with you. Maeve, let's go. Good girl. Good girl. Let's go. Look how my leash is always loose. There's no tension on there.
Good girl. Good job. Down. Good girl. Let's go. Good girl, Maeve. Wait. Good job. See, when she sits, she turns and looks at me because she knows the next thing is that she has to look at me. Let's go. Let's go.
Good girl, Maeve.
Good girl. Good girl. Good job. Good job. Let's go. Wait. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. You always want to make sure that you're encouraging them while you're doing it, just so it's fun for them. That way then, at some point, you don't have to carry treats with you all the time. They'll know that they have to do it, and they'll do it for the love and affection of it. Let's go. Good girl. Good girl. You're such a good girl.